Dallas Cowboys fans, hold onto your hats. The Cowboys have made a massive move that could define their season. Chase Young, the defensive juggernaut and one of the NFL's most explosive young stars, is joining the Cowboys in a blockbuster trade. This move could bring Dallas that extra edge needed to make a deep playoff run. Today we'll dive into all the details of the trade, what it means for the Cowboys' strategy, and how this shift could bring an era of dominance to the Dallas defense. Hey Cowboys Nation, welcome back to Cowboys Club. If you're as hyped as I am about this Chase Young deal, hit that like button, subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Today we're exploring everything about this move, why the Cowboys made it, what Chase Young brings to the table, and how this changes the game for Dallas. Let's get right into it. To understand the magnitude of this trade, we first need to look at Chase Young's journey to the NFL. Drafted by Washington in 2020, Young came in as the second overall pick, and right from the start, he was seen as a generational talent. Growing up as an athletic standout, Young had the size, speed, and skill that made him a natural-born defensive powerhouse. During his time at Ohio State, Young was a monster on the defensive line, constantly breaking through offensive lines and putting fear into opposing quarterbacks. He became a force in college football and entered the NFL draft with sky-high expectations. And when he arrived in the NFL, he didn't disappoint. In his rookie year with Washington, he proved why he was worth the hype by winning Defensive Rookie of the Year and quickly establishing himself as one of the league's best young defenders. Chase Young's skill set is unique. He has the agility to move quickly around offensive linemen, the power to break through double teams, and the speed to hunt down quarterbacks. His ability to read plays and make quick adjustments on the field makes him a nightmare for any offense to handle. But injuries have slowed him down in recent seasons, and with Washington in a rebuilding phase, this trade gives him a fresh start. Now, he'll get the chance to play for his new home in Dallas. Dallas just brought in a defensive game-changer. A player of Young's caliber doesn't just improve the defense, he elevates the entire team's confidence and performance. So, how did this trade come to life? Washington's season has been a rocky road, and while Chase Young was still a core player, the organization decided it was time to rebuild and retool for the future. For Dallas, this was a golden opportunity. The Cowboys were already in a strong position this season, but they saw that Young could be the missing piece for a championship push. Dallas sent mentioned names of traded players, draft picks, or other trade assets to Washington to make this happen. Both teams saw an advantage, but Dallas went all in on this deal to signal their ambition. This wasn't an easy deal to pull off, but the Cowboys knew what they were getting. They weren't just acquiring a player, they were investing in a transformative talent. For Dallas, it was all about building a championship-level defense that could change the course of games and put them on the path to glory. Let's talk about what Chase Young brings to Dallas, because it's nothing short of incredible. First and foremost, Young is a premier pass rusher. His skill in getting to the quarterback is unmatched, and he has an elite combination of speed, strength, and intelligence on the field. He's relentless in pursuit, and his agility allows him to get around blockers and pressure the quarterback in record time. With his explosive moves, he has a natural ability to disrupt any offensive line and make life miserable for quarterbacks. Chase Young's skill set is exactly what the Cowboys need to keep offensive coordinators up at night. He's not just a sack artist, he's a complete defensive player who brings versatility to the field. Young can stop the run just as well as he rushes the passer. His presence on the edge will make it tougher for running backs to break through, and he's known for setting the edge and forcing runners to stay inside. His all-around defensive ability will help Dallas control the line of scrimmage and force opponents to alter their game plans. And then there's his impact alongside other defensive stars on the Cowboys roster. With Young on one edge and mentioned Cowboys' top pass rusher, like Micah Parsons on the other, Dallas is creating one of the most lethal defensive duos in the league. Offensive lines will have a near impossible task trying to contain both of these game wreckers. It's a two-headed monster that gives the Cowboys an edge they haven't had in years. This isn't just about what Young brings to the defense, it's about how his presence will shape the Cowboys' entire strategy. With a defense that can consistently pressure quarterbacks and control the pace of the game, the Cowboys' offense will benefit tremendously. They'll get more possessions, better field positioning, and can even afford to take more risks on offense, knowing they have a defense that can back them up. Imagine how much easier it'll be for mentioned Cowboys quarterback like Dak Prescott to take calculated risks or try deeper throws with a defense that's keeping opponents off the scoreboard. The Cowboys' offense can play with more confidence, more creativity. And that's exactly what Dallas needs to stay competitive against the league's elite teams. A dominant defense gives the Cowboys a strategic edge in every facet of the game. Fans have taken to social media, and the excitement is off the charts. Cowboys fans everywhere are thrilled, and it's easy to see why. A defensive talent like Chase Young doesn't come around often, and for Dallas to bring him on board is huge. Fans are already imagining what the Cowboys' defense will look like with him in the lineup. This is a move that energizes not just the team but the entire Cowboys nation. Whether fans are sharing memes, posting predictions, or planning game day trips, the anticipation is real. Chase Young's arrival has everyone talking. And we can expect the energy at T Stadium to reach new levels. Cowboys Nation is ready for a new era of defensive dominance. So, what does this mean for the Cowboys' Super Bowl chances? This trade pushes the Cowboys from playoff hopefuls to serious contenders. Chase Young brings the kind of talent and drive that can change a game. And his addition makes Dallas a top defensive threat in the NFC. The Cowboys are now in a position where they can truly go toe-to-toe to any team, especially in the postseason. Dallas now has the balance of an offense that can score and a defense that can shut teams down. Chase Young is the kind of player who could make that game-saving sack in the playoffs or force a fumble that changes the momentum in Dallas' favor. With Young in the lineup, the Cowboys have the chance to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Big D. All right, Cowboys Nation, there you have it. Chase Young is officially a Dallas Cowboy. This is a move that's going to define the season, and it has the entire NFL buzzing. With Young on board, the Cowboys have never looked stronger. And the path to the Super Bowl is more possible than ever. So drop a comment below. Are you as excited as I am to see Young in a Cowboys uniform? What are your predictions for the season? Thanks for tuning into Cowboys Club. If you're as hyped as I am, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for all the latest Cowboys news. Here's to a season we'll never forget. Go Cowboys!